Excuse me. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Glendale Parks, Recreation, and Community Services Commission meeting. May I have roll call, please?
Certainly. Commissioners Kalfayan,
Here.
Meek,
Here.
Sardarbegian,
Here.
ex officio Commissioners Kevorkian,
Here.
Minassian,
Here.
President Alcazar is absent, and President Pro Tem Wolfson.
Here.
Okay, the agenda for the January 22nd, 2024 special meeting was posted on the bulletin board outside City Hall on or before Friday, January 19, 2024. Item 2, introductions and presentations at A, introduction of new or promoted CSP employees. We don't have any today. Item 3, upcoming council agenda items.
Thank you, President Pro Tem Wolfson, members of the commission. For the next month, as of today, for the next month, we don't have any council items for community services and parks.
Next on the agenda, item 4, commission staff comments.
Okay. I attended the
Sorry, Commissioners, we do have new microphones today, so just a reminder, if the light is red, it's off, and green is on.
mine is green.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. I attended the volleyball championships and had a great time. There's great attendance. The school principals for the 4 different schools were great cheerleaders. They were just out there just going crazy. I was very pleased with seeing the staff and the administrators putting together these things every year. I think it's a wonderful thing that we do for the city. I would also thank Elmira Lamayo and the Parks administrative personnel for the compassionate way they handled a serious issue at the Adams Square Mini Park. It was tagged by 2 12-year-olds who did come forth and confess, and they met with their parents, then they met with the parents and the city parks department, who went out and removed the graffiti immediately, and they made a resolution and made sure it was a serious offense, and the kids are doing community services for recompense for the neighborhood. And I wanted to thank everyone for that. I would also like to add to our discussion at some point in the future what our plans are for recycling artificial turf once it's been used and needs to be replaced. I've been listening to things that it's very hard to find a recycling center that actually does something with this, so I want to make sure we plan ahead of time. Let's see. Also, the other thing I would like to bring up at some point is the search for land in South Glendale for opportunities for parks. If the administration has found anything at this point, or potentially, or bring that up and find out what's going on, how we can move this forward. Thank you.
I was able to attend the Pieces Radical exhibit at the Glendale Central Library on Friday. It's a beautiful exhibit, especially given the fact of what's going on throughout the world. I do recommend everyone go out there and kind of visit the exhibit. For anybody that's out there that doesn't know, Shepard Fairey is the gentleman that had initially done the piece of President Obama's Hope that kind of went viral back about 10 years ago. So he has a beautiful exhibit that was put on for him and displaying all his artwork. So I do recommend everyone try to go out there and take a look at that. It's really nice.
And on a more mundane note, I just wanted to thank the department. It looks like there are new trash cans in Nibley Park, and they're very attractive. I'm hoping maybe they're more wildlife resistant. Is that the case?
President Pro Tem Wolfson, members of the commission, yes, we have received a number of complaints regarding wildlife and trash in the area, so we did purchase those trash cans. If they work, then we'll be putting those trash cans out to our parks in the North Glendale area, closer to the mountains. We'll look at Brand, Verdugo, Duke Majan. Well, Duke Majan, we have bear-proof trash cans, actually. But we'll look at other facilities if these trash cans work.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Next item, please.
Next, item 5, oral communications. We don't have any cards or callers. Item 6, consent items. At A is approval of the minutes of the commission regular meeting held on December 18, 2023.
I will move it.
I'll second that.
Okay, I'll take roll call. Commissioner Skalfayan?
Yes.
Meek?
Yes.
Sardarbagian?
Yes.
President Alcazar is absent. President Pro Tem Wolfson?
Yes.
Item 7, action items. At A, proposed amendment to Resolution 23-5, establish fees for community tennis court rentals to include definition of community tennis courts. At 1 is resolution amending Resolution 23-5, which established a new fee for the rental of community tennis courts by instructors for the purpose of teaching to the public, to include definition of community tennis courts effective January 22nd, 2024.
Good afternoon, President Wolfson, members of the commission. I will keep this very short. Essentially, we are just here to establish a definition of a community tennis court for the purpose of the fees that were established last month at our meeting. The question had come up by one of the commissioners during the meeting as to whether these fees could be applicable to our vendors who run other sites, and we said, well, no, because they have separate contracts. But when we checked with our legal department, we did determine that it would be best to define what a community tennis court is for the purpose of that fee, so that there couldn't be any confusion or implementation of that fee on one of our contractors in the future. So we are here to define that community tennis courts are tennis courts in public parks in Glendale that are not subject to reservation to use them, nor are they operated by a concessionaire. These courts are first come, first serve, and they are typically free of charge to the public. So that is what we are asking that the commission approve if you so feel that it is necessary today.
One quick question. It'll be a $15 an hour fee for the instructors. Does that go to the Parks Department?
President Wolfson, members of the commission, yes. That $15 fee does go back into, not technically the Parks Department per se, it will initially come into a Parks Department account, but it is part of the general fund for the city.
Okay, thank you. I would go ahead and approve this motion, move to approve this change in the, or resolution.
I have a question. So basically, it's just a tennis court that everybody can use, and for instructors like coaches, it's $15 an hour?
President Wolfson and members of the commission, yes, last month the commission did approve a fee for instructors who have been displaced by the construction at Fremont tennis courts to be able to rent a court in one of our community free courts for the duration of the construction. So this is just defining those community courts. So the fee is already approved. You're not actually approving any fees today. You're just approving the definition of a community court to go with that fee.
I just want to say $15 an hour is amazing, because that's so good for a tennis.
Thank you.
Looking for a second.
Commissioner Skalfayan?
Yes.
Meek?
Yes.
Sardarbagian?
Yes.
President Alcazar is absent, and President Pro Tem Wolfson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 8, reports information only. At A is Park Services Section Monthly Activity Report for November 2023.
Members of the Commission, for the Park Services section, we completed 138 work orders for the month of November for non-routine and preventive maintenance work in The groundskeepers completed 83 work orders. There were 0 pesticide applicator work orders and 55 irrigation repair work orders with a total of 675 and a quarter labor hours on those. And I have 7 projects to present. Not as many pictures as last time. But we have at Glorietta Park, we had some problems with public dumping at where we had stored some dumpsters, and we were getting a lot of dumping going there from the public. It was overwhelming. And so what we did is we went in here and we put where the dumpsters were in this driveway here. We went ahead and put up posts with chain across it so that people couldn't back their trucks up. But it also, we removed the dumpsters, had them taken down to Verdugo Park so the temptation wasn't there. So we've done that, and this is to keep people out. We did check with Glendale Water and Power, being this is a reservoir site. I wanted to make sure that we, they weren't using that as not their driveway for when they're going to test water or do work on the reservoir. They're fine with it. It actually was ours. So this is the guys, this is Paco, multi-talented Francisco, the welder here, welding the posts to stretch the chain across. This is also really good because that if people were to pull into that driveway, it's kind of a hazard if they're going to back out because it's kind of on a blind corner right there. So this mitigates that problem as well. So they went in and put up the posts, welded the rings on it, and there's Anthony getting it ready, high visibility chain on it so people can see it. And then there it is finished, but they did paint the poles yellow so that they're very visible at night. There's a street light right there, but you can see there's no more dumpsters there, so we've removed the temptation of public dumping in a park. So the next one is at Shoal Canyon. We had a mainline break there in the middle of Field 2, so you can see it was a rather large pipe that had broken, and they had to reroute it, and that's how the guys do the irrigation repairs. We use those mechanical clamps that work, and they last for a very, very long time. So this is just their irrigation repair. They did have to reroute the smaller pipe underneath, but then it being in the middle of a baseball field, you got to make sure that when you're done with the work, you finish the work is as important as the work you've done. So here's Anthony, I believe, with the compactor, and they're filling in the hole, and then they have to compact it so there won't be any settling down the road. And then they went in afterwards and resodded it. It was beautiful, like they'd never even been there. So they did a wonderful job on that. At Duke Majin, here's Jesus and his crew. They did some brush clearance up there along the road, and then also at the 2 homes at the entrance, there was brush up against the wall that they went in and cleared that out. So they did, sorry, not a lot of pictures, like I said. And then at Glen Oaks Park, this was a bench that had gotten broken, and we were fortunate because the Jesus and his team, we had benches that had been moved. We upgraded the benches at North Verdugo Park and just happened to have a spare there. So, and it fit right in there, same model and all that. So they got that replaced and epoxied down. So looks like a brand new bench, and at basically no cost because we didn't have to go out and buy one. So that worked out really well. Mayor's Bicentennial, the road, the guys will go in and get a crew together so they can get the whole road, both sides, in one day to do all the trimming. That the shrubs that are down there grow rapidly. So this is them doing the clearance along the road at Mayor's Bicentennial Park. Great team effort there by all the guys. Emerald Isle, this is actually installation of a bollard. At the entrance of the park, there was a swing gate in the middle of the parking lot, and so the entrances were actually at either side of the fences. There's a handicap access, and then you have to walk around the fence. So we decided to go ahead and get a removable bollard so that it allows maintenance vehicles to go in and out by just removing the bollard, but it also allows much better pedestrian access, you'll see right there. So that's Kinney cutting the old gate and removing it, and now we have far better access to the park. I like it. They did a beautiful job on it. Now it's really easy getting in and out of the park. So I feel that just really opened it up. And the guys, there's a picture of the gate before the bollard went in, so you can see there that access is much better. And at Pelanconi Park, we had a broken main line underneath the walkway by the restroom building there. So the concrete had to come out in order to repair the main line. You can see the guys taking it out right there, Kinney on the tractor. And then getting in, and then the multi-talented irrigation crew went in and fixed it there. It was a small pipe, but that can cause a lot of problems. So they went in and fixed that, and that's after the work was done. Then they went ahead and poured the irrigation guys do the concrete work on these things in the parks, and they went in and poured the concrete, and there's the finished product before the forms were stripped, and then it's back to new condition now. So that was the irrigation crew right there, did a really good job of kind of from start to finish on that job. So that was the 7 projects that we had for this month.
I have a question. I see that there were several water problems. Is there weather or what would have caused all these breaks?
No, it's fairly common, particularly Pelanconi. We do get this on large commercial sites. They're under particularly if you have irrigation coming in on very regular basis. There is movement in pipes on the ground, and a lot of times we'll get tree roots that will break pipes. Just friction from rocks, as in like at Duke Machen Wilderness Park, particularly Shoal as well. Just friction from being in the ground will cause the pipes to break. Or if there's a fitting where the pressure from the water, it can blow those fittings out over time. And that's why we typically put what's called a thrust block in at fittings, so that when the water, you don't get the water hammer, there's a thrust block that holds the pipe in place and keeps it from blowing apart. That's why the blue mechanical fittings that were in, that you saw, those are amazing. They're super strong, and they last for a really, really long time. So it's just, you do get movement in pipes over many, many years. All those have been in the ground for a long time.
It just seemed like, wow, there's like 3 of them here.
Yeah, but they actually, that's, I'm showing more of the irrigation guys' work. And so it's pretty common that we get that. It's just they haven't gotten their, their notoriety they deserve. They're very amazing guys. They can fix anything. So,
Great, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a question. Just about the graffiti removal. Is that just like with power washing? How does that work? You guys just power wash and it comes off, or usually what's that process?
We do use power washers. We use a graffiti removal product that we try them out, all different ones, a lot. And so it also depends on where it is and what kind of surface it's on. We do use a graffiti removal product. We don't, if it's a fairly non-porous surface, we won't need to use a power washer. Also, if the power washer is going to damage a surface, we don't like to use that. So we try and use the chemical, which is mostly like a citrus oil, very acidic. But we do that, and then, in some cases, unfortunately, we just have to paint over it. As if you remember last month's meeting, we had the pictures of Maryland Mini Park the tables being painted. So we do on those benches, after a certain amount of time, the graffiti remover is not going to work, and so we do have to go in and paint over it.
I see.
And so there's there's graffiti remover, pressure washing, and then painting. Those are our 3 steps to graffiti.
Okay, so message to 12-year-olds out there, don't do graffiti, please.
Yeah, there's a process to it.
Anybody else? Okay. Next item, please.
Next is item 8B, Recreation and Community Services Section Monthly Activity Report for December 2023.
Good afternoon. I'm Gabrielle Golia, again, back here. Chris's stuff is fun, but our stuff is more fun. It's a friendly competition. But recreation, unfortunately, Chris's section doesn't get the recognition usually as much as recreation, but we're here to talk about some fun things we did. In the month of December, we offered winter break camps at 3 different sites. We had the Cool Days winter break camp that took place at Pacific Community Center. There were 136 campers that attended the 2-week program at that site during the Glendale Unified School District break. We also had a camp offered at SPAR, the Spartacular Day Camp, which also had a number of kids that also operated the same 2 weeks. They had 22 participants in the program. And then the Duke Machen Nature Camp program was offered for the first time this winter. We've had a summer camp program, but this year we were able to fund a winter and an upcoming spring break camp. So we had 19 children in the first week at that camp, and then we were at capacity with 30 kids the second week. So very exciting camps that we had. Thank you for forwarding the pictures for me. So just to back up, this is the Pacific Camp, this is our Spartacular Camp, some pictures from it, and then this was our Nature Camp program. I'll pause for a moment. Okay. And something neat about the Nature Camp program is we were able to bring out some beekeepers, and they talked to the kids about the importance of bees, and they showed them real honeycombs. We had some herps come out, some lizards. The Southwestern Herpetology Society brought some of their critters out to say hello. The kids got to see some of these giant lizards and snakes. And then Hannah Maximova from, she's the artist who did the mosaic, the beautiful glass mosaic in the amphitheater area. She came out and talked to the kids about the artwork and did some art projects with them. Parents' Night Out was on December 22nd. We had 24 kids enrolled. They made holiday crafts, ate pizza, had snacks, and watched a holiday movie. Our favorite Acorn and Blizzard were back visiting us all month long. They visited various facilities and programs. They reported on some new amenities that we have here in Glendale. They went to the Holiday at the Stone Barn event, visited the sports complex, even went into Fremont to check out the construction that was taking place. So they really took a look around all of our programs and even joined the teens for Teen Night Out holiday dance and party. Even the teens got in on the action with the elf. Our Library on Wheels came to Maple Park, so the Glendale Library Arts and Culture staff continued their weekly visits to Maple Park, and they came on December 6th and 13th with the mobile vehicle to check library books out to the kids. For Trails and Open Space on December 9th, we had 13 participants at the Bird Walk on the River Walk. It was a very busy day because the same day we also had the Holiday at the Stone Barn event, and later I'll talk about the Go event. So we did a lot on December 9th. The Holiday at the Stone Barn event, we held it indoors this time since we had the barn and the weather was actually pretty chilly that night. So we had a local magician, we had the Street Symphony, which were some members of the LA Philharmonic, and a local violinist play. And then the Town Singers ended with some holiday carols. And then on December 17th, the One Glendale After School Sports program came to our Go program. We did a special Go program just for them, also up at Duke Machen. You can see in this picture some of the lovely decorations that the Go program made for the Stone Barn Nature Center for the Holiday at the Stone Barn event. We even decorated the deer. So we had 916 guests visit the Stone Barn Nature Center in December. And then our December Go program had, I don't have a picture of it, but we had 16 participants, and they talked about the winter solstice and went on a hike and then decorated for the event that night. Our One Glendale sports program had their regular season volleyball games. 8 schools participate in it each season. We're in the second season of the school year. Right now it is volleyball. Games continued to take place at Maple Park Community Center and Pacific Community Center until winter break. And then upon returning from the holidays, they're going to continue through, they continued, I apologize, through the 12th. It just ended. For youth and family services, during the month of December, our Teen Night Out teens they received volunteer hours for making candy canes, and then they helped decorate at the ARC and the Adult Recreation Center and Spar Heights Community Center for their holiday programs. And the old-fashioned carolers even came out to sing and visit with our teen program. And on December 15th, they had their holiday party, and Acorn and Blizzard did visit and helped spin some tunes. Our STAR program, during the month of December, the STAR participants learned the meaning of being grateful. So that was the theme. They learned about how other kids experience the holidays, how some are not as fortunate as they may be. And the Glendale Police Officers Association donated a Christmas tree, particularly for the STAR students. On the 19th of December, STAR students had their annual holiday party, and they were, of course, visited by Acorn and Blizzard. And on Wednesday, the 27th, STAR students went on their holiday excursion. They went to go see Wonka at the Americana at the Brand, and then they had lunch at BJ's Restaurant. And then after that, they continued with a trip to Descanso Gardens to look at the lights. So it was a really fun event for those kids. We talked briefly about the GO program, the One Glendale after-school visit to the GO program earlier. This is just a few photos of that visit. For therapeutic recreation, we had the Maple Inclusive Play Day on Saturday, December 16th. And that's with the Shane's Inspiration All-Inclusive Playground at Maple Park as the primary attraction for it. And they did some arts and crafts and really celebrated the holiday season. On Thursday, the 21st, the Club Maple program held its annual holiday party at the Maple Park Community Center. And they had 81 participants come to celebrate the holiday this year. For senior programs and presentations, we had 3 in the month of December. We had a California Connect visit where they talked to participants on December 6th about free specialized telephones to help participants. They answered questions and learned about the options and eligibility to obtain one of these specialized telephones. On the 13th, California Connect provided smartphone training for iPhone users. 10 participants attended this training to learn a little bit more about how to use their iPhones. And on the 20th, LA Metro provided information regarding Metro's On the Move Riders program. Participants had the opportunity to ask questions and learn about modes of public transportation. The annual Christmas luncheon was celebrated at the Adult Recreation Center in Spar Heights on Thursday, December 21st. Participants enjoyed ham and pineapple with baked yams, fiesta green beans, tossed salad, and red velvet Christmas cake. And then they had the carolers come out and join them there as well. And New Year's was celebrated a little bit early at both sites on December 29th. So they had more amazingly yummy extra special food for the holiday for New Year's. In the month of November, I'm thinking this is supposed to say December, I apologize, 3,442 meals were served in the congregate meal program, and 1,594 meals were delivered in the home delivered meals program. For supportive services program, 49 unduplicated clients are currently enrolled, and that was as of December 31st, so the end of the month. The department also held a Secret Santa to a Senior program again this year, where people in the city were able to go onto Amazon and purchase a gift that a senior in our programs needs. So the gifts were sent directly to the Adult Recreation Center, where they were distributed to the senior that had requested it or needed it. So this went out to all City of Glendale employees, and over 65 gifts were purchased, wrapped, and delivered by Senior Services Section staff. In addition, our home delivered meals community services specialist dressed as Santa and personally delivered the gifts before Christmas to the seniors. All right, it was a busy month. We have another busy month. On the 23rd, we have the Healthcare Job Fair, where people can discover exciting career opportunities in the healthcare industry, and this is at the Verdugo Job Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday, the 23rd. Emotional well-being and stress presentation. This is this Friday, the 26th, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Adult Recreation Center. Teen Night Out will be held on the following Fridays. This Friday, the 26th, February 2nd, February 9th, 16th, and 23rd from 5 to 9 p.m. at Pacific Community Center. On the 26th, this Friday night, the teens will learn about cybersecurity and safety from the police department. This Friday, we have a Friday night lecture, Historic Aerial Photos of the Crescenta Valley, and this is going to be at Duke-Majan Wilderness Park, and this is part of our Trails and Open Space program. It's from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Our Riverwalk Workday will be held on Saturday, February 10th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Duke-Majan Wilderness Park. We have a Glendale Outdoors Go program for the community that will be held on February 10th, starting at 9 a.m. at Duke-Majan Wilderness Park. And there is a missing flyer because we didn't have it prepared before today, but as part of our Go program and in conjunction with it, we are now going to be starting the Metro free ride program. It's called the Wander the Wilderness Bus. And it's a free bus that will alternate Saturdays and Sundays. And so it will be starting this Sunday on the 28th at Maple Park Community Center. And we will do routes from Maple Park up to Duke-Majan and then back again all morning long. So people can take the bus at a time of their choice and then get back home to their center. And then on the alternate weekends, so next Saturday, we will start doing it at Pacific Community Center. So it'll be every other weekend, alternating Saturdays and Sundays. And that's on our Trails website, since I don't have it in here.
Or it will be.
What was that?
I said, or it will be.
It will be, yes. We're actively working on it now. On Tuesday, February 13th, starting at 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Verdugo Job Center, is the Verdugo Job Recruitment Event. Senior Aerospace SSP has a number of different positions in manufacturing, including metal fitter, manufacturing engineer, welder, forklift operator, and more. We have a Parents' Night Out on Friday the 16th from 6 p.m. to midnight at Pacific Community Center. We have another Wilderness Workday for Saturday, February 17th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Duke-Majan. A Maple Park Inclusive Play Day will be held on Saturday, February 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Maple Park. We are going to be showing the classic Godzilla on Sunday, February 18th. From 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at Brand Park Tea House. This is the 1954 version, so fun times. Parents' Night Out will be February 23rd from 6 p.m. to midnight at Spar Heights Community Center. And that is it through the end of February. Busy, busy month.
Just a question, where is Valentine? You don't have a program for Valentine?
We love each other always. The seniors, all of our programs will be celebrating Valentine's Day. So the senior programs typically will have a special little lunch for them right before. And there will be some kind of theme for all of our Teen Night Out and Parents' Night Out type programs that are nearest to that. But we're not doing any particular standalone program for Valentine's Day.
Question on the bus to Duke-Majan, and I forgot what you called it.
Wander the Wilderness.
And that starts this Sunday?
That will start this Sunday, January 28th. The first pickup will be at Maple Park Community Center at 9 a.m. And the bus will go from Maple Park up to Duke Machen, stay there for a little while, and then take anyone who's ready to go back down. And then at 11:30 a.m., they'll be back at Maple Park to pick up anybody else who would like to go back up. And the last trip down is at 1 p.m.
Okay. Will there be a flyer for that?
Yes, yes. The flyer is being posted on our social media, hopefully today, and it will go on our website later this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pulling it together at the
Okay.
last minute a
Thank
little
you.
bit.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say for the winter break camps, I'm not sure if there was like an age limit, but in the photos I just see like kids that are probably in elementary school. And you know, when you're in high school, you can just go wherever you want because your parents just don't care at that point. But when I was little, my parents didn't let me go out alone. So I feel like these camps are like a nice opportunity for kids to meet new friends that are like outside of their school and to learn new things like the beekeeping information. So I think it's really sweet.
Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. It is a popular program, all of them.
I just want to thank you and also thank Chris. I didn't I'm thinking. And say the bird walk just looked so great, and I hope I can attend that next time. And also that I was up at the Duke Machen Nature Center weekend before last, and it was just beautiful. And it, you know, the last time I'd been up there was, you know, when there was this special event for the beautiful mosaic. And, but it looks great, and there's so much more. The displays, the exhibits are much more elaborate than they were before, and so I encourage everyone to, who hasn't been up there recently, to go on up and check it out.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we've been adding some docents to our programs to help share more information so that we are able to educate people who have visited before, and now they can learn something new this next time they come up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick question. I have a question about the STAR program, about the students training as role models. So can you just explain to me exactly how that works, how kids can kind of be part of that, and what the commitment is to that?
I may defer to Teresa a little bit on that. That is my counterpart's program, a little more than mine. So she may be able to answer a little better than I can.
Problem. It is SEVOC's program, and the STAR program is a youth program that we have, which is supposed to be working with at-risk youth who have the ability to sign up for the program, and it could be a referral system from the schools and or any of our parents if they have the opportunity to join. We do meet weekly, and it's a partnership program with the police department. So we have officers that are working with the youth along with our staff. So it is led, we do have staff working the program as well, but it is led by officers. And we partner with various organizations, take them on field trips, and provide recreational programming for them. Onig, I don't know if you want to add anything else, but that's essentially what the program is, and it's supposed to be up through 6th grade. So I believe they graduate out of the program at 6th grade, and it's basically an elementary school program for at-risk youth.
Okay, that's awesome. I just wanted to know, because I know like the school district, you know, there's many individuals and kids who could be at risk and, you know, need more support, and I think this is really awesome. And I was just reading how like this month's or December was grateful. You know, I love those themes because they're learning about different ways to appreciate each other, to be kind. I think we can always a little bit of kindness too in this world. So it's a really cool program.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think.
Okay, that's all on the agenda. Next is adjournment.
Okay, well then we're adjourned. Thank you very much.
The commissioners